How China and Taiwan revolutions changed Chinese society and politics. China and Taiwan are two countries that have undergone major political changes in the past few decades. They have gone through a series of revolutions that have led to a change in society and politics. The Chinese Revolution of 1911 led to the overthrow of China's last imperial dynasty and ushered in a new era of democracy. The revolution was not only about overthrowing the Qing dynasty, but also about overthrowing feudalism, capitalism, and imperialism. The Taiwanese Revolution was an armed conflict between the Kuomintang, KMT, and Communist Party of China, CCP, that took place from 1947 to 1949. The revolution ended with KMT winning over CCP and establishing their own government on Taiwan. The People's Republic of China, PRC, is a socialist state ruled by the Communist Party of China. The Chinese Revolution was a social movement that aimed to transform the feudal society into a new socialist society. The Nanjing government was the governing power of China from the end of war in 1945 to its fall in 1949. The Taiwanese Revolution took place a year later in comparison to the Chinese Revolution. Because Japan had been defeated by World War II and Taiwan was occupied by Republic of China troops, the KMT briefly ruled Taiwan as they attempted to take control over mainland China, but fell short when they were defeated by CCP troops, who were previously called bandits and rebels. In the Chinese Revolution, a new socialist society was formed. This leads to the fall of feudalistic society. In the Taiwanese Revolution, a democratic republic government was established, but failed in its attempt to take control over mainland China. In terms of impact, the Chinese Revolution is thought to have been more significant. It changed China from a feudalistic society to a communist society. It also led to the fall of other countries in Asia, such as Japan and Vietnam. In contrast, the KMT attempted to take over mainland China but was unsuccessful due to the CCP's strong resistance. The KMT only ruled Taiwan for a very brief period and did not change society significantly there. The Republic of China was established in 1912 and is often called the Second Chinese Republic. It was founded as a result of the Qing dynasty being overthrown by revolutionaries, led by Sun Yat-sen. It ruled over China until the Communists came to power. In terms of impact, it only represents Taiwan and its democratic government. The Communist Party of China, CPC, was established under its current name in 1921 and is led by Chairman Mao Zedong. The CPC began with the Russian Revolution and was a communist party. It was the first communist state in the world, but it is currently not considered a superpower due to its poor economic performance. China doesn't want war with America over Taiwan. China and America's relationship is often complicated, but it is also important to maintain peace between the two. In a recent speech, President Trump said that he would not allow China to take over Taiwan. With this comment, he has put America in a position where it can't back down from the conflict. The U.S. should continue to maintain peace with China and avoid war if possible. China should be able to have an economy that allows it to grow as a country and have the resources that are needed for it. America has been doing a good job of making sure China grows its economy and continues to be peaceful. The U.S. should do whatever it takes to ensure peace with China regardless of what the Chinese government does. The U.S. should be able to have an economy that is strong and allows them to grow as well. The U.S. should not move forward with plans that would make trade more expensive in the U.S. We need to make sure the U.S. uses all of their power to be able to have a better relationship with China and find a solution that will benefit the U.S. The solution could be if China changed its policies in a way that would benefit the U.S. But if they do not change their policies, then they should stop doing what they are currently doing so that it is easier for them to work with the U.S. The U.S. has a lot to lose if they can't work with China, but they also have a lot to gain as well. It is in the U.S.'s best interest to find a solution that benefits them too. Unfortunately, there is not much China can do to get the U.S. back on their side. The U.S. has a lot more power and they need to use it in order to be able to work with China. China does not have much power and the U.S. needs them in order for their relationship with them to be better. So what the U.S. should do is stop doing what they are currently doing so that it will be easier for them and China work together. The U.S. should stop using their current tactic of using military troops in order to combat China. Because if they do this, it will make it difficult for the US and China to work together. Taiwan has a plan B ready to go if it needs to withdraw from China and join America. Taiwan is considering the possibility of joining America if China continues to be aggressive in its military and economic expansion. This would mean that Taiwan would have to give up its independence as well as its economic independence. The Taiwanese government has been considering this option for a while now. But they have not yet made any plans or decisions on whether or not they will actually do it. There is an increasing number of people in Taiwan who support independence. This is largely because there has been a rise in Taiwanese nationalism or a growing national consciousness among Taiwanese. Nationalism or a growing national consciousness among Taiwanese means that there are more and more people who support the idea of independence for Taiwan. The movement to achieve independence for Taiwan is primarily led by the Taiwanese people. The movement that opposes independence for Taiwan is primarily led by the Chinese government and the Communist Party in China. Historically, there have been a lot of Taiwanese people who have supported the idea of independence for Taiwan. In 1949, when the Republic of China fled to Taipei after losing the Chinese Civil War, about 40% of Taiwanese were in favor of becoming independent from mainland China. The number has increased ever since then. Today, more than 80% are in favor of independence from mainland China and in favor of joining a United States-Taiwan alliance. That can be explained with the history of Taiwan, which has seen a number of leaders who have promoted Taiwanese identity and Taiwanese nationalism. The first leader was Chen Yi in 1949, who wanted Taiwan to become an independent country from mainland China. Following his example, there were many other Taiwanese politicians who championed Taiwanese independence and favored joining with the United States-Taiwan alliance over the People's Republic of China. According to the Taiwanese Identity article, Taiwan was a colonized territory of Japan until 1945 and followed Japan's policy of a two-China theory. This indicates that it may have been difficult for Taiwan to become an American ally at first. Thank you for watching Biggest Change in U.S. Relations with Taiwan and China since Mao, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, please.